Toyota was a struggling car company. It was a brand on the edge of collapse. Their cars were slow. They were unreliable. And they were far behind the powerful American giants like Ford and General Motors. Outside Japan, almost no one knew Toyota existed. Inside Japan, confidence in the company was disappearing. Toyota was losing money. Sales were weak. Factories were outdated. At one point, the company had to take emergency loans just to pay workers. Toyota was fighting simply to stay alive. Japan itself was still recovering from World War II. Roads were broken. Cities were damaged. Factories were destroyed. The entire nation was rebuilding from nothing. And in this difficult environment, Toyota had to compete with global automakers who had more money, more technology, and more experience. The situation looked hopeless. But within this struggle, Toyota discovered something deeper. A new approach to work. A new way of thinking. A philosophy that would eventually transform the entire global automotive industry. Today, Toyota sells millions of cars every year. It is known for legendary reliability and unmatched efficiency. Toyota's methods are studied in universities, engineering schools, and business programs around the world. It became a global symbol of discipline, consistency, and long-term thinking. So the question is simple. How did a company once on the edge of collapse rise to become one of the most respected car manufacturers in the world? It was not luck. It was not timing. It was not hype. Toyota made 5 deliberate decisions. 5 choices that shaped the company's destiny for generations. Let's explore those 5 decisions. Decision 1. Toyota built a culture, not just cars. Toyota realized something powerful. Quality does not come from machines. It comes from people. Other automakers believed bigger factories and faster machines would automatically lead to better cars. Toyota believed the opposite. They believed human judgment mattered more. So Toyota created a culture built on continuous improvement and respect for people. These were not slogans. They were daily habits. Every worker had the authority to stop the production line if something looked wrong. This simple idea changed the entire factory. Workers did not hide problems. They fixed them. They analyzed them. They improved processes. Toyota encouraged workers to think, not just follow instructions. Over time, the factory became a living system of learning and innovation. This culture was Toyota's first true advantage. It was something no competitor could easily copy. Toyota did not simply hire different people. They created an environment where ordinary workers achieved extraordinary results. Decision 2. Toyota created the world's most efficient production system. By the 1970s, Toyota faced intense competition. American automakers had bigger factories and larger budgets. Toyota could not match them in size, so Toyota chose to win with efficiency. They created the Toyota Production System, or TPS. This system introduced new ideas that would later change global manufacturing. Just-in-time production. Eliminating waste. Continuous flow. Making problems visible. Improving every process every day. Instead of building huge inventories, Toyota built cars only when customers ordered them. Parts arrived only when needed. This approach required discipline and teamwork, but it reduced waste and increased quality. Toyota factories became models of precision. Cars were produced faster. Quality improved. Costs dropped. American automakers were shocked. Toyota was building cars in hours while others needed days. Many companies tried to copy TPS. Most failed. Because TPS was not a trick. It was a philosophy. A mindset. A disciplined way of thinking at every level of the company. Decision 3. Toyota bet big on hybrid technology before anyone else. In the 1990s, the world began facing new challenges. Rising fuel prices. Environmental concerns. Tougher emissions rules. Most automakers believed hybrid cars were unrealistic. Too expensive. Too complicated. And too risky. Toyota saw something different. They saw a future where fuel efficiency and clean technology would matter more than raw power. So Toyota made a bold decision. They invested billions in hybrid technology before the world believed it was possible. It was a risky move. Engineers spent years testing new ideas. Many experiments failed. The technology was complex. But Toyota continued. They believed the world would eventually need a better solution. In 1997, Toyota released the Prius, the first mass-produced hybrid car. At first, people laughed at it. It was unusual. It was small. It was not stylish. But slowly, the world realized what Toyota had created. Celebrities drove it. Politicians praised it. Environmental groups supported it. Everyday drivers loved the fuel savings. Toyota had not just built a successful car. They had created an entirely new category. And because Toyota started early, they stayed years ahead of competitors who later tried to follow. Decision 4. Toyota avoided the electric vehicle hype and focused on long-term reality. As electric vehicles became a global trend, automakers rushed to invest billions in EV projects. Headlines celebrated the EV revolution. Investors demanded quick results. Many companies made bold promises they could not keep. Toyota remained calm. They looked at real data. They studied global infrastructure. They analyzed battery material shortages. They examined charging limitations. They studied consumer habits around the world. And they discovered something important. Many regions were not ready for full electric cars. Charging stations were limited. Power grids were weak. Batteries were expensive. And many consumers could not afford EVs. So Toyota avoided the hype. They chose a balanced strategy. They continued investing in hybrids. Plug-in hybrids. Hydrogen fuel cells. Ultra-efficient engines. Toyota prepared for multiple futures, not just one. Critics said Toyota was slow. But Toyota understood that real innovation must match real-world readiness. Today, as hybrid sales grow globally and many EV-only companies face losses and weak demand, Toyota's strategy looks wise and practical. Decision 5. Toyota expanded globally without losing its identity. Global expansion destroys many companies. Growth becomes too fast. Culture becomes diluted. Discipline disappears. Toyota avoided this by expanding carefully and intentionally. Before entering a new country, Toyota studied the culture. The roads. The climate. The customers. They built factories close to the markets they served. They trained local workers in the Toyota way. They adapted vehicles to local environments. A Toyota built in Japan carried the same spirit as a Toyota built in the United States, the United Kingdom, or South Africa. Consistency became a global advantage. By the 2000s, Toyota was more than a Japanese automaker. It was a global symbol of reliability and long-term thinking. And it achieved this without losing its identity. Now let's explore the lessons modern brands can learn from Toyota's journey. The first lesson is that culture creates strength that competitors cannot easily copy. Real advantage comes from people who care deeply about the product. Machines can be purchased. Culture must be built. The second lesson is that efficiency comes from focus, not speed. Removing waste. Fixing problems early. Building based on true demand. These habits create long-term performance that fast production alone cannot match. The third lesson is that bold decisions must be made before others believe. Toyota's hybrid investment shows the power of early vision. Leaders must often commit to ideas the world underestimates. The fourth lesson is that trends create followers, but data creates leaders. Toyota resisted hype because they studied reality, not headlines. They made decisions based on the world as it was, not as people wished it would be. And the final lesson is that identity matters. Growth means nothing if a company abandons its values. Toyota grew across continents but protected the culture that built its success. Toyota's rise was not the result of one invention or one breakthrough. It was the result of 5 disciplined decisions repeated over decades. They built a strong culture. They created an efficient system. They made courageous bets. They ignored hype. And they expanded with intention. Most companies chase the next quarter. Toyota chases the next generation. And that is how a company once struggling to survive became one of the most respected automotive giants in the world. This is Brand Decisions, where we explore the choices that built and broke global brands and industries. And Toyota's story is a reminder that success is not luck. It is engineered, one decision at a time.